Oh, what a perfectly timed Chaplin jump! We couldn't have made that any better. Hi, everyone.
No come
Doug
down,
is
everybody.
disgusted by Chaplin, apparently.
Mm, mm, mm.
He's trying to tell you how much he loves you, Doug. Please accept his love.
Choke down
Accept
the
his
dog.
love.
Good God. Stalker?
This is the kind of content y'all get live. Doug being
Yep.
assaulted by his cat.
Now come down, everybody. Come on over. Ugh.
Anyway,
There we go.
hi, everyone. We love it. Welcome to Chatting with Doug, twice in a row for the first time in 2026.
Yeah, boy.
But it's
And we
okay,
have a
Doug.
stream this Friday, too.
We do. It's okay. You deserved your rest. We love that you got a vacation. But
Yes.
we're also glad to be back, everyone.
That was very, very nice. And it's funny because I went to Arizona. It was phenomenal. And in less than a month, I'm going to be back there because I actually have a convention out there.
Oh,
So,
fun.
I think Game On Expo is what it's called. So go check that out.
Yeah, amazing. Well, welcome everyone. Let me get to the rules so that we can start answering these questions because I see they are rolling in and we're at a level 6 hype train over on Twitch. Thank y'all so much.
Well, come on. We got to do the train.
You all right, Chaplin? Beautiful.
He's good.
So first and foremost here, we give priority to the bit messages and super chats since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, sometimes we have time for highlighted messages over on Twitch or regular chat questions over on YouTube, but I would save those until the end of stream because you should not spam or repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're gonna continuously do that. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over because we get a large volume of questions. So this is just a way for us to prioritize and be able to get to those non-paid questions. If we have time towards the end, we will go back and answer the super chats that are less than $5. But we prioritize the $5 and over. And I saw a lot of people asking about this last week. I don't know if we're just more new people than usual. I know when you buy it on like a mobile, I think it shows up as $4.99 instead of $5. That's fine. Yeah, that mobile for some reason takes a cent
demand that
off.
extra penny.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is we're going to miss something and we don't have time to go back and figure out what you were trying to say. In a similar vein, if you absolutely must break up your question into multiple parts, please keep it to 3 absolute maximum. Same kind of thing. We just don't have time to figure out how part 7 related to part 1 and where you're going with this. So keep it to 3 absolute max, please. Also along those same lines, please try to keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. We have over 100 people in our combined chats here and it just doesn't feel fair if you get to ask 5 in one and some people haven't even had a chance to ask 1 yet. Okay, so keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. No spoilers, please. Not everyone has had a chance to watch the latest and greatest. I still haven't finished season 2 of Fallout, okay? Get off my case.
Yeah,
it's the Olympics right now. I'm very obsessed with watching the Olympics. I will get to it, but don't spoil the end of Fallout season 2 for me, please. I am begging you, chat. And movies. I don't know what else is out there. Whatever. Just don't be that person who spoils. I haven't seen Wonder Man yet either. We know, chat, okay?
Oh, that's right. I forgot that came out.
Don't spoil it. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, I think I got it all. Yeah.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
All right.
No swearing to me.
Yeah. I was just gonna say no swearing, Doug. Great. Fantastic. All right. Let's get to it. Ross, thank you for the $5 super chat. I will read it this time, but please do not be giving super chats before the standby screen starts. I assume you missed that in this. Your username looks unfamiliar, so I assume you missed that and you didn't know. But please keep to that rule in the future. Hey Doug, would love to see a review of Die Hard 2 this Christmas. Also thoughts on the Die Hard sequels, not including the 5th one.
I've only seen up to 3. It's funny. 2, I remember being kind of fun for it's one of the few Here We Go Again movies I thought was
I was
okay, but then when
frozen
3 came
today.
around, they kind of broke the formula. I always like the idea of he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and 3 is when they broke that. But I still like 3. It was still fun. I never saw the ones after, and I know 1 is said to be just abysmal, and I guess it's 5. But I haven't seen 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure they did make a 6.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you watched the film Is This Thing On? It's Bradley Cooper's newest film as a director and stars Will Arnett. Amy Sedaris also has a role. It was neat to see Bojack and Princess Carolyn share screen time in live action.
I remember seeing it advertised, and then it just kind of disappeared. I didn't know if it came out or what. So I'd be curious to check it out because I haven't. I know there's movies on stand-ups, but I haven't seen like that many. So it'd be nice to see. Let me put it this way: if I haven't seen that many, I kind of figure there's not that many worth checking out. But yeah, I remember when I saw the teaser; it looked interesting. So yeah, I might check it out.
Jimmy, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's the creepiest scene in Avatar
I
slash
was
Korra?
frozen
I'm
today.
surprised Zahir suffocating the Earth Queen was allowed on a kid's show.
Man, the creepiest scene. I know a lot of people go with the Bloodbender episode. I'm trying to think of one. What's that one where they go in like that cave or whatever, and like their faces keep coming out of that monster, whatever that was.
Oh, yeah, I
It's
forget.
it's fine. I forget even like kind of the reasoning behind it or what happened, but I do remember that imagery, and it was kind of like, oh, like that was pretty out there. Cora probably goes further with some of the creepier imagery. Definitely when she was, oh, what was it? In the third season, there's something where like she's strapped up like this, and they're like making her see stuff. She's having like a bad trip essentially, and just like the angles they got of her just tripping out, like it's not even like the imagery she saw was that awful, even though it wasn't great either. But just the look on her face, I'm like, oh my god, that's she's going through something. You just feel bad looking at this character, just like with the crazy eyes there.
And Chad is saying it's Ko the face stealer that you're thinking
There
of.
you go.
Wasn't it voiced by like George Takei or something like that too? Ko? I could
What?
absolutely be wrong.
I'm pretty sure George Takei was in an episode. I thought he was like one of the guards in like the Earth
Cool.
prison or something
You're
like that. I
probably
could be
right.
wrong.
You're probably right. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather in Invincible, what do you think of Immortal? I think he's a dick. I mean, I feel like they try to make him a little like more human, I suppose, but like he is the embodiment of someone who can't die and somewhere has lost his humanity. I don't know. He's kind of a dick and I don't love him. Especially like I don't know. I don't love him. Crunch Along, thank you for the $5 super chat. I saw an early screening of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, the perfect combination of Terminator, Everything Everywhere, and weapons. See it ASAP.
Okay, it's getting good reviews. It's funny. This is another week where just out of nowhere, like 3 movies I was interested in seeing are coming out. That, Wuthering Heights, and Goat. I'm probably gonna see Goat because I was thinking like, well, what one is people they're gonna want to see my opinion on the most? That's probably it. And honestly, that's another one where I'm like, this looks bad, but the reviews are okay so far. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think are your favorite Michael Crichton novels?
Let me see. Sphere, I remember being pretty good. The movie's not so hot, but the book was pretty good. Congo, I remember being pretty fun too. All the ones that make bad movies. Um, and the funny thing is, the idea of Jurassic Park is great. The book is it's all right, like it's not bad. I'm trying to think. There's like a great one. Did you do Andromeda Strain?
I
Uh,
really don't know.
I can't remember if that was a movie or a book, but I remember that being pretty good. And I never did read Westworld, but I heard that was pretty good.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, during the Super Bowl, I saw two separate commercials that had Matthew Broderick and Keenan Thompson. Because you've talked about both of them many times, as well as the fact that you don't like Broderick but love Thompson, all I could think about was you when you saw them.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I see Broderick, I'm like, all right. I'll say this: ever since I saw him on that episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and I found out he really does talk that way, it is something where I'm like, all right, it actually is kind of fun watching him, knowing, oh, this is just kind of how he is. But that doesn't make for a good actor. That doesn't make for like a very entertaining performance. And Keenan Thompson, like I said, is usually in bad stuff, but he's just such a delight. And he's the opposite. He says things in such a unique way that just pulls me in more, where Broderick says in such an odd way, like kind of pushes me away. So yeah, it is kind of funny they were both in a commercial, or two, I guess.
Jimmy, thank you for the $5 super chat. You can only keep one discography: The Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, or Queen. Can only keep one.
I'll go with the Beatles. There's too many. I feel like there's too many origins in there of like great songwriting and so many great melodies. Queen kind of took what they were doing and just went to like an extravagant level with it, put their own spin on a lot of it, which is great. But I feel like so much of like modern music or just music that lasts really does come from the Beatles. Like pop music that lasts. I should put it that way.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. In Wonka, what do you think of Olivia Colman as Mrs. Screwbit? I love how, even though she wasn't from the original story, she really felt like a classic Roald Dahl villain, similar to the Trunchbull or Aunt Sponge or Aunt Spiker.
I agree. I thought that was all the baddies in that were very, very fun. Even the Rowan Atkinson as the priest and uh, what was it? Keena Michael Key as the cop. I laughed hard when they started paying him in chocolates, and the next time you see him, he's a little heavier. And of course, they keep going to make him bigger and bigger. But just the first time he pops up, and you could just noticeably tell he's put on weight. That just really, really made me laugh.
YouTube, I just want to make sure y'all can still see us, right? I have completely lost contact with YouTube, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but you can still see us, right, YouTube? I feel like we're still here and we're still live on YouTube, but I've completely lost contact.
Is open.
Okay, it says YouTube is fine. Great. Okay. I will try to figure this out. Okay. Night Astorius, thank you for that 27-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is part 1 of 3. I hope the show Fallout explores the dark history of Nuka-Cola. It's like Bethesda's designed Nuka-Cola to be the gold standard of corporate evil. To be continued.
Oh, wait for more.
Brady, thank you for the $5 super chat. Who wins in a fight? Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy versus Swamp Thing?
I feel like Swamp Thing would play dirtier, so probably him.
Sorry. Elite, thank you for the 41-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Oh, wow, 41 months here. Well, here's a thank you for being such a great channel and a great place where I have met so many amazingly kind people. I truly can't say enough how much y'all have changed my life for the better. I leave y'all with one question. Doug and Heather, thoughts on the new Spider Noir show? We're getting a teaser trailer tomorrow, and thanks again. Y'all rule.
Well, thank you for the incredibly kind words. Yeah, wow, that was so very nice of you to say. I saw the little picture that's saying the teaser is gonna pop up tomorrow. I'm excited. I am so excited.
I know, right?
It's one of those things you kind of hear about. It's like, yeah, I'm sure they're starting production, whatever, but it's not. It's just too good. It's not gonna get off the ground. It's just too cool. And now we're getting the teaser tomorrow. So, so excited.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen The Italian Job? And if so, thoughts?
The original or the remake? I've seen the remake. I haven't seen the original. The remake's fine. I kind of thought it'd be more fun based on all the good press it was getting, but it was decent. I enjoyed it enough.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the Brady Bunch movies? I I prefer the sequels because it has Tim Matheson, possible NC.
I loved the first movie. I've only seen I think I've seen the second movie, but kind of out of order, just with it always on TV and everything. I should actually sit down and watch the whole thing because I did like the first one quite a bit. But I don't know what I would add to it because I wasn't a huge Brady Bunch kid growing up. Honestly, I never really watched them until the movie was coming out, and I was like, "Oh, it's meant to be bad, or people like it because it's bad." It's kind of like Full House in that way, it's just so cheesy and lame, and that's part of the fun of why we watch it. So, and now I love the kitsch of it and everything. But yeah, I haven't sat down and watched the whole second movie, and I probably should.
Um, Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Star Doug. Hope you and the Twitch Queen are doing well. Are you guys still going to do the Tarantino tier list? And if so, when? Yes, yes. And that's a Twitch thing. I think we said the last Tuesday of the month. So you got some time there.
I was gonna say I gotta look up which ones I haven't seen. I think there's only two that I haven't seen. I think it's like the Bad Romance movie. Try. I wish I knew how to spell his name. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I got something to catch up on.
Sonic, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you do most hated Disney movies, how many will be remakes?
Most hated Disney. I mean, a lot of them, I'm sure. um, I mean, but Disney's had so many ups and downs over the. I mean, again, are we talking about live action? Because even like during the '60s and stuff like that, they had some real, clunkers. But they had some really good ones too. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be an interesting list about what would be the. Where I think a lot of the remakes would be up there though, because even when something like in the '60s or '70s went bad, there was a creativity around them where there's just not that much creativity around the remakes. So yeah, there'd probably be a fair amount up there.
Chad, I have to do something really fast. If you lose Doug for a second, just oh, you didn't. I'm amazing.
Oh,
okay, great. JL, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs over on Twitch. Really
thank you.
appreciate that. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on the film Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino?
I remember it being really corny. I know a lot of people really like it, they quote hoo ha and all that. I just remember, movies like Patch Adams or the big courtroom climax at the end where somebody makes a big inspiring speech and then somebody does a catchphrase at the end, everybody cheer like that. I don't want to say it all went back to that, but a lot of it did. So I kind of remember it being kind of lame, but I also haven't seen it in a really long time. So I should probably watch it again. But yeah, I remember it being kind of silly.
I know a guy. Thank you for becoming a member over on Twitch for 24 months. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
I managed to see Goat a week early and it's good. Jet the Panther is the best character.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see it tomorrow. So see if I agree with you.
Alexander, I think I just read that one. Sorry. My Chrome keeps crashing and I'm losing all of the questions and I'm
Oh,
trying
no.
to keep everything moving and
Oh,
trying
no,
to
that
make sure
sucks.
I'm not
I'm
missing
sorry.
anything. Kevin, thank you for the $10 super chat. This is part 2 of 3. Creating Nuka-Cola Quantum involved using strontium 90 to make it glow. 62 test subjects died from organ failure. Response: send fruit baskets and liability waivers to their families.
Cool. I think you said there's one more, so I'll wait on that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you? I just read that one. Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple? And if so, thoughts?
I've only seen the first film, and even that I didn't get into. I got into maybe the first half of it, but when they get to the army and everything, I thought it just got kind of boring and lame, and I didn't like the action sequences. They're all shaky and everything, but I guess I hear some stuff in the sequels gets fun and creative, but it also goes pretty bonkers as well. So, yeah, I don't know. They just didn't interest me. The only reason I'd really want to see them is to, I guess, see how bonkers they get because I guess they do. It almost becomes like a Power Rangers episode. I hear, so I guess there's a part of me that's a little curious about that.
Noah, guys, thank you for that 66 or 70, sorry, 70-month subscription over on Twitch.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. Are you excited for Project Hail Mary? It's from Phil Lord and Chris Miller and looks so beautiful.
You know, it's so funny. I got the book from my dad this past Christmas, and I was kind of doing it to see if it actually was good because the trailers looked really bad. But I kept seeing Lord and Miller doing it. Well, they've always done good stuff. And my dad read it. He's like, no, it's like a really good book. And he was talking more about what happens in it. And it just sounds better than what the movie was showing in the trailer. It looks like the trailer's leaving out a lot of stuff that makes it look like we're sending you to space. I don't want to go to space. You gotta save the world. Gotta talk to a rock monster and all that stuff. And it sounds like there's more to it than that when he explained it. So the more I'm hearing that, the more excited I'm getting for it. Hearing the actual technicals of the story.
Ymir, thank you for the $7 super chat. Doug, you were mentioned on Dan Murrell's live stream earlier today. What would your dream collaboration with him be?
You know, it's so funny because I I think we're in contact with him because
Okay.
well, because me and Walter really like his stuff, and Walter's like, "You should get him on. You should get him on." I'm like, well, and I met him before. He's a really nice, cool guy, and I love him as a critic. Uh, but I was like, I was trying to think about what we could do, and he's like, "Why don't you have him team up with the chart guys? Because he always does charts." I'm like, "That's actually a really good idea." So I think like my people reached out to him because they have Twitter and everything. And I thought I heard he responded back like, yeah, he's down for something. So then I emailed him and I didn't hear back. So we'll see. I would love to do something with him because I remember when we met up, we did a movie fight live, and I was just doing it for fun. I was just improvising, and stuff. Like he had notes written up the wazoo for this, and not only were they, dead on, they were so funny, and he just mopped the floor with me to where it was like the audience was supposed to applaud for who they like most. And it says, and who liked Doug the most? I did like this thing, like, come on, let me hear it. And just like crickets. And I did that like, no, I know, because I won one before, but on this one, it was just like, no, even I knew afterwards. I'm like, no, there's no contest. He wins. So, no, he's a great critic. He can also be very, very funny. And very analytical. Actually, I love his charts show. The chart says, but actually, they can be very interesting. He makes them very interesting. Today.
The fifth, Chris, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you considered reviewing Casper, A Spirited Beginning? 2 words. Pauly Shore.
So fun. I've thought about it. The only reason I haven't is because I know I'd have to bring back Casper somehow, but I don't. But I just don't have the energy to do the animation anymore. But maybe I'm just thinking of this right now. Maybe he could like possess the body of somebody. Like maybe it could be Heather, because Heather can maybe do the voice. Because I don't know if my voice can do it anymore. So that'd be kind of fun. Like she, like not even like a person that. Some random person who looks like Heather, like literally Heather, like the ghost just possesses Heather. There's an idea there. Okay, yeah, we'll see now because people have requested that for a while. So, like the Casper sequel. So yeah, maybe there's something there.
Kevin Lane, thank you for becoming a member for 22 months over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that. This is part 3 of 3. Nuka-Cola was designed to be highly addictive. It has 120% of the recommended daily value of sugar, along with secret chemically addictive ingredients.
Yeah, as someone who didn't play the Fallout games, it's been fun watching the show. But I also knew about like the bottle caps are currency, right? Isn't that kind of the idea? So I just got to the episode where, I guess just in case you haven't seen it, the factory. I'll just say with that.
I
got to the opening, yeah, with that, and it's just funny to imagine like that being like almost like money laundering kind of thing. So yeah, I think there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with it.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug and Heather, thoughts on the Tangled series final battle and the end of Cassandra's arc? I've seen plenty argue she should have been jailed.
It's a fairy tale. Let them have
Right.
their fairy tale. Okay,
Yeah.
most of the time, in a lot of shows, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. With that, I'm like, it is literally a fairy tale. So I cut it a little bit of slack. The battle's all right for the build up around it. I wish there was a little bit more to it, but it was fine. It was decent.
Yeah. It was fine. I mean, it's kind of weird. I don't even want to say weird, but like Zontiri is like almost second to Cassandra. So it's like, I don't
Yeah.
even really care about this right now. Like,
That was my thought for like they did such a hard pivot with Cassandra that I was just like, I'm just so much more interested in this that character really had to try harder to become and they had a good build up, but like when it actually got to the payoff, I'm like, I could use a little more.
Headshot, thank you for the $5. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Levi, thank you for becoming a member for 13 months over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
you.
Do you think we could ever get a John Wick month in the future? It's one of the rare tetralogies that doesn't have a single miss.
Well, I gotta see the last two. I didn't see Ballerina and I didn't see the one before that. I've seen the others, and I like them. They're fun. They're well made. I just don't have a ton to say about them. Like, I could probably say the most about the first film. Uh, and of course, each one is trying to top the last one. But yeah, I just don't because a lot of people have requested that. And I'm like, it'd have to be something I have a real passion to talk about. And I feel like my passion for that, even though I like the movies, would die out pretty quick. Just like that action sequence is awesome. That action sequence is awesome. This was well choreographed. Because there is a story, but it's not like there's a ton to talk about with it.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. Follow-up question. If there was going to be a Tangled 2 movie, how would you go about the plot while including Cass after the TV series? I don't know if you'd want to include Cass, because I don't think you can safely assume the audience has all watched the TV series. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know what it is? You could, but you couldn't do it right after the show.
That's true.
After everything they've been through, you can't just tell a story, a cinematic story, introducing this character to an audience that has not seen the story and be like, oh yeah, she was kind of the lady in waiting. They went on this journey and then I guess without going to spoilers, other things happen and there they are, they're besties and everything. I'm just like, I just feel like you can't see the way they look at each other and talk to each other and not constantly be like, wait, the history is so interesting that they would say things in a very certain way that audiences would not catch on to, you know what I mean, with their history. So, yeah, you'd have to do it probably not after the show. You'd have to introduce her as a new character.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, do you really hate the villain in Zootopia 2? Because I've seen a ton of people claim that it was the best twist villain. Can you believe it?
I got it really quick. But I usually do. And again, the funny thing is, it's not like I'm looking for the clues or anything like that. I just think as a writer, I think what would be the most unassuming? And I try to find the most unassuming character that somebody would go, what? I didn't know it was that person. And then the ones that are either too nice or too evil, ones that are obviously going to be the distractions to make you think it's them. I'm like, well, that's too obvious. It can't be that, can't be them. And then when you see someone, especially when they're just kind of, I just saw the movie Drop. And again, as soon as I saw this person, I'm like, that person's it. And my wife is like, how do you know that? And I'm just like he doesn't have anything to do in the story. He just shows up, has an awkward scene, then disappears. They cut to him randomly before she's looking around to see who the person could be and everything like that, but they didn't cut to him there. I mean, it's like it's him. They want it to be a surprise. They want you to forget about him. So everything is more from like a storytelling perspective, not what would the motivation be or what are the clues adding up to that? What's the evidence? So when that character popped up, I've just seen so many characters like that in a Disney film, and he just wasn't standing out. I'm like, no, this is it. This is going to be the guy.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Who do you think gives a better performance in Zootopia films? Jennifer Goodwin or Jason Bateman?
Probably Goodwin, especially because she's the main character. In many respects, you could argue she kind of has more to. How do I put? I like the Fox more as a. I like watching the Fox more. I think he's more entertaining, but she's the more complex character. She's the one that's kind of got more going on as you watch her. So, yeah, I'd probably say her.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you watched the TV film The Kane Mutiny Court Martial? It has William Friedkin's last film before his death. I highly recommend it.
Okay. No, I don't think I've heard of it. I'll probably check it out.
Roxio, thank you for the $5 super chat. Possible NC on the Lego movie.
Yeah, I have it down. Um, there's a couple I had down with the idea that, well, I'm gonna do something really cool with it. I'm gonna go a little bigger with it, but I'm realizing now, just with my energy and the way it is, that's probably not very logical. So, uh, I'll probably review it at some point. I'm sure some sort of anniversary is coming up for it, so maybe when that's happening, I'll do it then.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $20 super chat. Are you hoping beyond hope that Link won't wear his green clothing in the Zelda movie? I know you loathe the yellow clothing bit in X-Men film, but knowing what you said in the past, you probably wouldn't mind in this case.
Oh yeah, I mean, isn't that it's kind of his thing, isn't it? Like, I feel like he's got to wear
Iconic.
green. Yeah, it's like if Peter Pan doesn't wear green, it's just kind of the outfit. So yeah, I didn't even know there was like debate whether or not he was going to wear green.
Case, thank you for the $20 super chat. Would you ever
Ooh.
do an NC on Steven Spielberg's first full-length movie, Duel? It's held up tremendously well for a made-for-TV thriller. Also, Carrie Lufton as the truck driver is one of my all-time favorite movie villains.
Yeah, well, it's a great movie, and it's funny because that was back during the day when we think of Spielberg now, we think of, yeah, the big blockbuster guy, but he's also, kind of schmaltzy, kind of whimsical, kind of magical. He's got like kind of that Disney side to which is fine, but in the early days, he was like, kind of the rebel, like, oh, we got to watch this guy. He's going to do something different we've never seen before. And in many respects, he has. In many other respects, he, kind of does like the Disney thing where he does almost more the fairy tale-ish magical moments and stuff, which is fine. But again, if you want to see the movies where people were like, whoa, we gotta watch this dude. He's gonna get some really crazy out there stuff. Duel is one of the really good ones to check out.
Gabriel K.
Oh, and answer your question, I don't think I do an NC on it though. I feel like everybody's talked about to death. I'm not gonna be able to bring that much new to it.
Gabriel, thank you for the $5 super chat. No message, just the super chat.
Thank
That
you.
one Sleep No More fan, thank you for the £5 super chat. Your The Wall review got me to watch the original. It's now one of my favorite films. Will you ever make a re-review of it? An actual review?
We've talked about it. We're kind of thinking that if we did, the backlash would be people saying, "Oh, now he's trying to say he liked the movie," even though I say at the end I liked it. But it just seems like that might stir up more people just to get angry at it. I don't know. It's we're leaning towards no, that could change, but we're kind of thinking probably not. But I mean, I do want to make it clear, I do like them. But anyone that has this stuff up here is gonna like the wall.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, which villain do you like more? The Briarwoods from Vox Machina or Trent Ickathon from Mighty Nine? I'm gonna go with. Okay, listen. My gut is going to say the Briarwoods, but I think that's because I've seen their whole story arc. I feel like I haven't seen everything that's going down with Trent yet because we kind of left off at a cliffhanger there at the end of season 1. I'm sure I'll probably like Trent more, especially once we start getting more into season 2, because overall, Mighty Nine has been more fleshed out than Vox Machina was to begin with. So I'm sure I will like Trent the more I watch of Mighty Nine. Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. So I used my medical cannabis and watched The Secret of Nim. Two things came to mind. One, I kept wanting to play Dragon's Lair. Did you ever beat it? And two, Doug had a little crush on Mrs. Brisby, didn't he?
I don't remember having a crush on Mrs. Brisby. She's one of my favorite characters. I think she's a wonderfully developed character. Whenever I think of like brave characters, in fact, the comparison I always throw is that you can have Optimus Prime in like the Transformer movies, just railroading through robots and blowing them up and doing all these flips and kicks and everything. And that doesn't seem nearly as brave as just that little mouse going into the house of an owl. You know what I mean? Like you just feel the fear of that character. And I think that really goes a long way for showing how brave a character can be. So no, I don't remember having a crush on Mrs. Brisby, but I have a great respect for the character, definitely. And I did beat Dragon's Lair, but I mean on a home system, I could never beat at the arcade.
The Stallion, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, I have an idea for this year's Disney-cember. How about you do a review on the original Malcolm in the Middle series? And the review can be about how the revival, Life's Still Unfair, changed your perspective on it.
I probably am going to do the revival because I did the King of the Hill one last year, and people seem to really like that. So I'll probably do that. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole show, but if you want to know my thoughts, there's a really good YouTube video somebody did. I think it's called Life is Unfair, like a Malcolm Middle retrospective. And it's pretty long. It's like an hour or so, but I mean, it just got all my thoughts on the show right there, except he leaves it with a little bit more like, it's really great, but there's some problems. And I'm pretty diehard and no, it's just pretty great. Even if there are problems, I just love it. I so love it.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 500 bits. This is my very first message for the Channel Awesome Twitch chat for 2026, and to honor the new year, I have decided to leave a quote from one of Heather's favorite movies. You like jazz? That'll be my back credit card.
There you go. The B credit card.
Oh my God, not the B credit card. Wizard of What, thank you for the $10 super chat. In early 2023, I got the pleasure of meeting Dante Bosco. I asked him about you, and he said you were a sweetheart. He also said the last time he saw you was in Hawaii. What were you two doing there?
It was a pure coincidence. I was vacationing there with my wife, and he just happened to be premiering his movie, The Fabulous Filipino Brothers, which he directed. We just happened to be there at the same time. Like, really? Oh, I'm like, we got to go to this. I didn't tell him or anything. I even like waited in line to see him and everything. And he was just like, oh my God. I'm like, wait, what are you doing there? I'm like, well, we're on vacation. He's like, yeah, on vacation. Yeah, on vacation. Good for you. I mean, just the way I don't know. He can make anyone
awesome.
he can make anyone feel like the most like special, awesome person. Like whenever he gets a chance to talk to you, he really wants to listen to who you are. It's like he wants to take in everything about you, no matter who you are. And he is so sweet that way. And you can probably see in the video, some of the NC videos, the little cupboard we have there next to the shelves we have there next to the fan art wall. There's actually a poster there signed by all the people in the movie there. So yeah, that's what that is.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Two things, Doug. One, please play Telltale's The Walking Dead after Final Fantasy. And two, Avengers Month to prepare for Doomsday.
Well, we literally voted on Avengers, so yeah, that's the next one coming up. We're doing Avengers Month. And we actually have I think we can say, so this Friday we're doing another Final Fantasy stream, but after that, to get ready for the new Mario movie coming out, I never played Mario Galaxy, so we're actually going to stream that for a little bit. I'm sorry, I thought Final Fantasy would be done by now, honestly. We've also taken some breaks too, but yeah, that's so it's one of those things where it's like, I don't mind taking some breaks from it because brother, is it a long game.
Yeah. JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Why do you think Disney Plus is missing old Disney afternoon life shows like The Famous Jet Jackson and others?
I don't know. Those were after my time. So I legit don't
know. Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the movie Ready or Not? Do you plan to see the sequel coming out next month?
I'll see it if it gets good reviews. Honestly, I'll probably see it because my wife will want to see it. She likes horror films, but I saw the first one. I liked it. You know, it's a good time. It's pretty easy to see where it's going, but that's not the whole thing. I mean, a lot of it is just the fun characters and how incompetent they are, the creative gore and everything. So, yeah, no, it's a good time.
Ultimate Frozen fan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, are you familiar with the Thumb short films that started with Thumb Wars? I know they feel like a fever dream, but they're not. And if so, thoughts?
I remember seeing a few of them. I know it's the same guy who did oh, was it Way of the Fist and Jimmy Neutron and stuff like that. And yeah, for what they are, they're fine. They're cute. Yeah, I guess they're a little nightmarish the more I think about it. But yeah, I remember just for what they are, I had a good time with them.
Curly, thank you for the $5 super chat. Last week you mentioned how you don't often see movies from the point of view of a ghost. Did you check out Presence by Steven Soderbergh from last year?
Yes. Trying to remember if I liked it. I think I liked it just enough, though there were a couple things I was kind of like, "Oh, come on" with that, but for the most part, I liked it. There's another good movie, I think it's called Haunter? Let me double check. Um, and, Haunter movie, because I guess that's a Pokemon or something. Yeah, that's what it's called. I think, yeah, Abigail, Breslin is in it. Nobody really knows about the movie, but it's just a it starts off, you think she's like a member of the family, just getting up with everybody, goes downstairs, eats breakfast. Then you realize nobody's talking to her, and she's a ghost. She's just stuck in that house with the family, and she talks to them like they can hear her. And that's already really interesting. And that kind of goes the route you think, like, oh, how did she die? And what's the mystery and stuff like that. But it was good. It's one of those movies not a lot of people know about. It was actually pretty clever.
Trip Corey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Just started watching Gravity Falls. Without spoilers, what does it get to the big emotional story? Also, you like the Animaniacs pilot desanitized.
I'm trying to think if I actually seen that one. Desanitized. I'll have to look that up. It's not ringing a bell. I can't remember exactly when it gets to the emotional moments. If I remember, it does the thing where it's kind of like, I don't know, watching an old Disney afternoon show where they'll have some emotional episodes, you know, just, oh, learning a lesson, oh, somebody does something sweet for somebody, and that just kind of keeps building on top of that. Honestly, so the show is more fun for like the mysteries and the comedy and kind of the dark sense of humor and the creativity around it. There is emotional stuff, but it's not, I don't know, don't expect like Avatar The Last Airbender or anything like that. It's not that, you know, kind of show. It is a comedy first, definitely.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you plan on reviewing James Gunn's Superman?
Yeah, definitely sometime this year. I don't know when yet because I got a couple other coming up before I don't have it planned yet. I should say that, but I'll get to it because there's definitely a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. In The Matrix, what do you think of Neo's first introduction?
Well, he's just on the computer and he follow the white rabbit. Whoa! I don't know. As much as anything else, he's just a bland, nothing character to me. So yeah, not much.
Peter, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug and Heather, what are your thoughts on the new Muppet Show? I heard that they are planning on writing more episodes. I'm so excited. Yay!
Um, it's good.
I have to watch it still. I love Sabrina Carpenter, and so I have a feeling I'm gonna love it.
So, did you ever see the original Muppet Show?
Yes.
Whatever you thought of that, you'll think of this, and that's great. It captures it great. I like the original Muppet Show. I don't love it. I always thought it could be funnier, even though there are some laughs in it. You know, but it's fine. It captures the voice of that show very well with some updates and everything. But it's never been my favorite thing of the Muppets. So I'm glad everybody likes it. I'm glad it's doing well, but it's not something I'm just like, at last, you know what I mean? But there are some very funny jokes in there, certainly.
MUFCL, thank you for that 6-month subscription over on Twitch.
Thank you.
Welcome, appreciate it. Trip, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you see the Netflix Watership Down miniseries?
No, I should. I don't know why. For some reason, I was very closed off to watching it. I'm not maybe because I like the original anime one so much, but so what? You can do a different version. Even CG is, a very different art form in many respects. So I don't know why I was so closed off to watching, even though I heard it was very good. So I probably should. I'm becoming more and more curious about how they handle certain scenes in there.
Ryan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you thought about inviting Michael Kovac as a voice cameo? He's the voice of Jax from The Amazing Digital Circus and Rocky from Lackadaisy.
Um, cool. I can't think of anything top of my head that would demand his voice, but I remember being a cool voice actor and everything. The voice always sounded great. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the $10 super chat. I wanted to say this to you in person, but I don't have a car anymore, so I can't go to cons. I'm sorry for letting my eagerness get the better of me when asking you to read my SW script. Hope you're feeling okay.
No, yeah, you're fine. We get a lot stranger fans, don't worry. Somebody asked me to read something. It's like, can you believe the nerve that they would have? You're really fine. Don't worry about it.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Bella's dad, Charlie, from the Twilight movies?
I actually remember liking him okay. He was the only one that seemed kind of normal, which goes a long way in Twilight, I think. So, yeah, I remember him being all right.
Media Nutso, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, which of these two shows do you find more tolerable? The Brady Bunch or Full House?
That's rough because the Brady Bunch definitely has that kitsch from an era I wasn't alive for, so it's a little bit more fascinating. But Full House has the actors I probably like a little bit more. I do like John Stamos and Bob Saget and Dave Coulier. Um, Even the girls, they're that. Well, I mean, dialogue problem's pretty bad, but they're all trying. And they're putting their best in there. So, yeah, I don't know. Whichever one has fewer episodes.
Gabriel Kane, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, tomorrow is my birthday, turning
Happy
19.
birthday.
I have been watching your videos since I was 9. Your reviews
Wow.
have inspired me to do film reviews of my own.
Cool. I hope they go well and happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday. AJ, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would Doug consider reviewing the series The Royals 2015, in which starred Elizabeth Hurley as the Queen of England?
Let me see if I've seen that. The Royals. No, I have not. I doubt anyone would tune into it. I might check it out on my own just to check it out.
MUFC, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs over on Twitch. Appreciate that. Thank you. Alex the Animator, thank you for the 505 bits. I know it's too early, Doug, but for your commercial special this year, please talk about the J.G. Wentworth opera commercial. 877 cash now!
I'm blanking on that
Really?
one. I don't know if I know that
I have
one.
a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
Okay, well, somebody really did. Okay, honey. Is it JD or JT?
JG, like
JG.
gun.
Wentworth song. That's like the first thing that popped
Yeah,
up. Okay.
it played all the time. You really don't know this?
I guess not. All right, I'll look into it. Yeah, it's fine. I know that song. I haven't seen this opera one, weirdly enough.
Really?
Somehow. Yeah, I don't know how.
The opera one is like the only one I associate with J.G. Wentworth.
That's so funny. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely give it a look.
Deshaun, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey, Doug, would you do a review for Everyone's Hero from 2006? Likely isn't highly remembered, but it does have Rob Reiner voicing a talking baseball, so it would allow you to cover something where he is in an acting role.
Okay, I think I know this one. Everyone's Hero. Yeah, I've gotten requests for this before. I haven't seen it. I guess it's directed by Christopher Reeve. That is so bizarre. I guess I should check it out. I've got requests for it before. I'd always see it and go, nobody's gonna want to see me talk about. But I've been getting, like I said, people asking about it. So yeah, we'll see.
Doctor Who, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, Doug, would you consider redoing the Nostalgia Critic Jurassic World review?
Uh, I don't know. I feel like there are some clipless ones where I'm like, no, maybe I could do it again. Like there are some things where seeing the footage could make a difference. With that one, again, I'm like, I feel like I kind of got my thoughts out there. That's not one that's like screaming at me to do it again, but we'll see. You never know.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the $2 super chat. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, in Invincible Season 3, what do you think of the Invincible War? Oh, I am not recalling that. The Invincible War? I don't recall that. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that is blinking as what that is referring to. Sorry about that. Gaming sorry. MUFC, thank you for gifting that sub to Macbeth. I appreciate that. Welcome to make Why I can't string together my thoughts right now. Thank you, MUFC. So many things are happening again. Bro, thank you for the 13-month membership over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Got tickets to see Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie on Saturday. Excited to see it. Heard it's one of the funniest movies ever.
Yeah, what is that? I literally was just looking up what was coming out this week, and I saw that title. I just went, huh? Like, what? I never even heard of it. So hearing somebody else talk about, it's getting good buzz and everything, I'm like, all right, maybe I should do some more research on it.
Okay, thank you, chat, for helping my brain come together while everything was happening and exploding. The multiversal shenanigans with the marks. I don't want to be too explicit because I know Doug wants to watch the show, and I don't want to like.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not big, spoiler guys.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's very interesting always to see someone fight against different versions of themselves. Alex the Animator, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, have you seen the movie Weapons? If you have, what did you think of the film and its villain, Aunt Gladys? Amy Madigan should definitely win the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her role in that movie.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot she got nominated for that. I mean, I love a role where I can't recognize I mean, granted, she's literally under a lot of makeup and everything, but even taking that out of it, a friend of mine saw it and saying, you know who that is? That's the Field of Dreams lady. I'm like, what? Which was really fun to see. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't think it's like one of the best films of the year or anything like that, but it was great to see with an audience at an early screening because we had a really good sound system. So when we saw it again, I was taking my wife to go see it, and the sound was turned down. And I literally went out. I said, look, I've seen this movie before. Can you turn the sound up? It's really light, and sound plays a big part in the, well, we'll look into it. They never touched it. And everyone who saw the film, that was good. That was good. And it's just like, if the sound was turned up, you'd think it was, so many great moments, so many scary moments. Because, when the sound was loud and you got to the quiet moments, I mean, everyone in my theater was just, and then in the one where the sound was softer, every once in a while there'd be a, huh, or an, but like, that's it. And it's like, the sound can make such a big difference. But I liked it. It was a good flick.
Alex Left, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you going to try that Mouse PI for Hire game? It's a mix of first-person shooting, film noir, and 1930s cartoons.
I know what you're talking about. It looks like fun. I'm not like rushing to go play. Again, part of it, I'm very busy, and when I do play games, it's usually on stream. So we'll see what happens. But I've seen trailers for it. It looked pretty fun.
Sean49 Doctor, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, been meaning to ask, which version of Conquest of the Planet of the Apes do you prefer? The theatrical cut, or the preview cut. I didn't know there were two versions until I got the Blu-ray collection, and yikes, the preview version is bloodier and darker, but what do you think?
Is that the, I just want to see if it's the, okay, I was making sure it's like, the one back in the 70s there. I mean, of course I'm gonna like the darker one, but they're both good. I didn't think it was so drastic that it's like, oh my god, these are entirely different movies or anything. But yeah, it is, and it's funny too because those movies are really violent, and at the time they were seen as just still good family entertainment. Like they're rated G, which is like that was the first one to be rated PG, and I'm just like the others weren't PG. I mean, I know PG-13 didn't exist yet, but yikes, there's people getting lobotomized and stuff in there. So I thought it was interesting that was the first one. There's literally like a baby monkey that gets shot in the previous film, and they're like, well, this will be the first PG because we show some blood. It's weird. I found that a little odd.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In RoboCop, who do you like more of the two villains, Dick Jones or Clarence Boddicker? I'm so sorry.
Let me look at them real quick just so I can remember which is which. So there's Dick Jones. Oh, that's Dick Jones is not American actor or singer. He is in RoboCop, and he is that guy. Okay, the business guy. And who is the other guy? I'm sorry.
Clarence Boddicker?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it'll pop up here. Oh, that guy. That's right, because you got the kind of the main boss and then the second in command. I'll go with Dick Jones. I usually like the person behind the desk a little bit more because they're a little bit more cowardly and they go a little bit more crazy because they don't have to go and do a lot of like the physical stuff. But they're both a lot of fun.
Roxio, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the movie Hardcore Henry? It's a movie that's filmed all in first person. Would love to hear your thoughts on it if you've seen it.
I should. I really wanted to see it. And then when it came out, it got kind of mixed to negative reviews. So I just kind of skipped it. And then, like you said, I'm kind of hearing more and more about it. I'm just like, oh, I should have checked this out. So at some point, I'll give it a watch because I've always been a little curious about it.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. What's your favorite scene from Spider-Man No Way Home? I know how much you love that movie, but I don't think you've ever made it clear what's your favorite scene. So which is it?
Man, I gotta think. I think the when I'm trying to think how not to spoil it. When Andrew Garfield saves somebody, that you should know what that is. Because it really tricked me into thinking, are we really going to do this? Is this the route it's going to go? And then not only did they not go that route, but when you saw it was actually building up, it's like, oh, that's friggin' brilliant. Oh my God. And just the reaction afterwards was so great. And I was just like, oh, it's just so nice when you think it's going one way that's going to ruin the movie. And not only does it not go that direction, but it goes a direction that just makes it so much better. In fact, the thing that you thought it was going to do, it actually kind of fixes that in many respects the first time they did it. So, or at least helps it out a lot. So, yeah, that was very, very impressive.
Spike Bebop, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi, question. Having seen the Borderlands movie, were there any positives in terms of setting, locations, or side characters? Also, would you be excited for a Gears of War movie?
I didn't play Gears of War, so I don't know on that. But I mean, the movie looks fine. When I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, yeah, this could be good. Sure. I do like that one line that's really great. When she's telling the villain, she says, I have something you will never have, enough. And that is such a good line. That's the one where I'm like, ooh, in fact, I'm like, it's got to be from something else. It can't be from that movie. Somebody else must have said that at some point.
Patrick, thank you for the $5 super chat. To capitalize on season 2 coming out March 10th, would you consider a review of season 1 of live action One Piece?
Even found out Netflix has been pretty copyright claim heavy as of late, so it's probably not the best thing to do.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the Walt Disney biopic Walt Before Mickey? It's one of those sloppily made biopics that has its heart in the right place.
That's what I heard, and it's a shame because the story is actually really interesting, but everyone says exactly that. Like, it's just very clumsily put together, so I never checked it out. One of these days, I wouldn't mind seeing it. Some movies, even if they're bad, I just like seeing how they tell certain stories. There is that Mel Gibson produced, I think, or directed TV movie about the Three Stooges. That's not good, but it's just interesting. It's interesting to see the stuff they get wrong and even the stuff they get right. It's just neat to see it acted out, even if it's done in a silly way.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In RoboCop, what do you think of Murphy's partner, Annie Lewis?
Oh, I liked her. Yeah, I always thought that was a pretty cool character. Not too much else I can remember about her. Just like, yeah, no, it's a good character. Not too much more.
The Wizard of What, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Wonka? And what do you think of Mr. Slugworth? I thought he was a delightful villain.
Yeah, he was all right. The only thing is, man, when you hear the name Slugworth, don't you think of something like the guy from the first Willy Wonka movie? I mean, that's just a perfect Slugworth. When you see this guy, it's like, oh, all right, I guess he's Slugworth. I mean, he plays it fine, but it's like, oh, this Slugworth, listen to that name. Get a slimy, no fun having, person there. But no, I liked it. The only thing I didn't really get into, I did not get into the girl that was helping him read. And I don't know if it was the performance or the writing around her, just everything around that character. I'm like, this is the only thing that's like a buzzkill for everything. Everything else was just fun and kind of leaping off the screen. And Chalamet, I got used to. He took a little bit of getting used to for the part, but as the film went on, it got better and better and better. It got more and more imaginative and more silly. And I do like the good sense of humor that has. And you are right if you were saying that before about the villain being very much like a Rodal in that world. There is a real, even though there's a self-awareness to it, there is very much that feeling of Rodal sort of all over that environment.
Shouting Joker, thank you for that 14-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back, appreciate that. A few weeks ago, I finally got around to watching The Studio, and I really enjoyed it. In light of Catherine O'Hara's recent passing, did you ever get a chance to take a look at the show?
Not yet. I really want to, because I've heard really, really good things about it. I've heard people explain what certain episodes are about and what happens to them. I'm like, oh, this sounds so good. This sounds just so good. So one of these days I'll get around to it. I don't have Apple TV either. So it's something where I have to like go to my brother's place to watch it. But yeah, everything I heard about has been really great. I didn't even know she was in the show. It just makes me even more excited to check it out.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Speed and Titanic?
Say it one more time.
Thoughts on Speed and Titanic?
Gotcha. The movie Speed and the movie Titanic. Very random.
Yeah, two that I would not normally put together.
Yeah, I like them both. Very different movies in many respects, but yeah, Speed's fun. And Titanic has a lot of issues, probably the same issues that most people have with it, but the spectacle of it and really getting people to care about, the people that, the past in the Titanic, I thought was very, very effective. So, yeah, no, I like them both.
Doctor Who, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, Doug, why won't you do a Nostalgia Critic review of Roald Dahl's Matilda?
I could. I don't know. It's one of those things where I think because I was so behind with everyone else about why this is a good movie and it took me so long to catch up to it. There's almost an embarrassment to it, but it's not even really that. I feel like I was so behind seeing why it was so good. I feel like I'm going to be very behind on explaining why it is good. Like everything I'm going to say is just going to be what everybody has said. But there could be some comedy to it at the same time. Like some of the angles are really fun and how over the top it is. So I don't know. I'll think about it. If I'm getting some ideas for it and some jokes and some more interesting things I could say about it, maybe I will.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. How does the upcoming Pixar film Hoppers look? Well, it doesn't look like it will be one of Pixar's best. It looks fun. I also read an early review saying the film is unhinged in the best way.
All right. Boy, it didn't look like anything to me, but maybe that's a good sign because I find a lot of the Pixar, the best Pixar movies usually have bad trailers. So I'm hoping that's the case for this because, yeah, every time I see more about it, I'm like, this just doesn't interest me in the slightest. But maybe when I go see it, I'll be like, holy smokes, this was actually a secret gem.
Methuselah, thank you for the $5 super chat. The more Doug's eyebrows disappear, the more he looks like Anthony Kerrigan. Got a bit to go, but it's getting there.
All right, let me, because I've been compared to a few people. I want to see if I've been compared to this person. Yeah, Anthony Kerrigan.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Carrigan. Carrigan, maybe? I don't know. Sorry.
Spell it again. I'm sorry.
Carrigan. I don't know who it is.
I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, I can see why you think I'm looking like him. Yeah, he's got like no hair, no eyebrows, no anything. Oh, he's from Barry. He's NoHo Hank.
Oh, NoHo Hank. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
great.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you know what? I do remember him from Barry now, actually, the more I think about it. So, yeah. Oh, it's not the worst guy to look like.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. You know how you said you wanted a Puss in Boots 3 at the end of your Puss in Boots 2 review? Guess what's reportedly in works at DreamWorks?
Okay. I hope it's it's funny. I'm like, ooh, I really want one. I really want one. Now that I know it's coming, I'm like, oh, how are they gonna screw it up? I hope it's good.
Gabriel Kane, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the show High Potential with Caitlin Olsen? If you like shows such as Psych or Monk, you might really love the show.
We gave it a chance because we love Caitlin Olsen. We love anyone from Always Sunny. And she especially just seems like a workhorse. She's always in like 3 or 4 shows or projects or whatever, and she's usually always great in them. It just wasn't grabbing us. We didn't think it was that funny. We don't get that into mystery shows. It really has to be something where the main character or characters pulls us in. That is why we like Psych. Not that the jokes are always great, but those characters are just so likable. I never got into Monk, even though I know it's a good show. He just annoys the hell out of me. And I love Tony Shalhoub. It's just the character. He plays it too well, honestly. So yeah, we gave it a shot, and it wasn't doing it for us. Unless we hear like it gets really, like it's like Parks and Rec, where yeah, the first season isn't that great, but it gets really, really good after that. Then maybe we'll tune in.
Ted, thank you for the $20 super chat. Are you an Ed's World fan? Your work on Smiling Friends made me curious. I only watched it after hearing you were in it, and that's when I found out Chris O'Neill was involved as well.
Boy, I'm gonna sound awful. I don't think I've ever seen this. I feel so bad. Oh, it's a TV movie. It's one fan movie. It's a show. There we go. From 2003. I am not aware. I'm so sorry. I'll try to check it out because that's all good people and good shows that you mentioned there.
Banjo Geek, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, first time watching your stream. Just where did you get the Edward and Me print? I work with the artist that created it, and so cool to see it here. Thanks for the lulls and high pitch screaming.
Yeah. I mean, how could I not get it? I don't think that's a spoiler.
That's fine.
I guess if you don't know what happens, it's not a spoiler. But because also I really like the movie Marley and Me too. So the idea of combining those, I think that's what the artist did. They like combined a whole bunch of like different things that don't usually go together. That one was just my favorite. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, and he just picked it up at a con.
Yeah, I think it was. What was the not Midwest Gaming? What the
Cleveland
in November? No, we always do in
Grand
November.
Rapids?
Yes, Grand Rapids is where it was at.
Hana Joker, thank you for that 23-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you read The Mask? I pledge allegiance to The Mask, as it brings back the tone of the first 2 series.
No, but knowing that is kind of encouraging. Yeah, because when it went to like The Mask goes Hawaiian, I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. And I once in a while I'd see it on like the comic book shelf, and I'd just open it up and kind of flip through it. I'm like, I don't think this is my thing, so I never checked back in. I know they gave like Walter a series. I know like they had something like The Mask meets the Joker and stuff. I'm like, this just doesn't interest me. So knowing that, maybe that's a series I would get into. So yeah, I'll try to check it out.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. A super chat was missed last week. It was asking to review The Wild Robot in honor of Catherine O'Hara. Pinktail is funny and the film still makes me cry. Well, sorry about that. I could have sworn I did ask that. I probably just read it and forgot, so I apologize. I'm a human. Mistakes happen.
No, you're not. You're a wild robot. See, that's why you gotta watch that movie. You
darn
gotta.
it.
That's why you always connect with the emotional robots, because
love-
that's what you are.
Wild Robot is very good, though.
It is very good. It's one of those where I like it. It's another one where I'm not sure how much I could add to it. I do really enjoy it quite a bit, but I'm not sure how much comedy I could get out of it, how much I could bring to it that's not just really obvious about what's good about it. So yeah, I don't know. It's another one where I think the mood would have to hit me right. I had to get some ideas first before I launch into it. But it is a very, very good film.
Doctor Who, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey Doug, have you considered doing Nostalgia Critic reviews of the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog films?
Yeah, but we're gonna wait for more to come out. And let me put it this way: a lot of people have said, "Oh, you gotta do like a Sonic month." I'm like, well, we should probably wait for at least to be 4 movies. If I'm gonna do that, especially because I wasn't a fan of the first one, so it's not like, oh, I'll just do the first film and then there's time I'll do the second one. No, I need these like back to back so people can see I like the other ones.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Knights of Guinevere has officially been greenlit. Can I get a hallelujah?
Nice. Was it not? I kind of thought, even if they have a pilot on Glitch, I just kind of assumed they're turning it into a show. You know what I mean? But that's great to hear. Yeah, I'd love to see more.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. I don't know if anyone's brought this up, but what are your thoughts on the Oscar nominations, with Sinners getting 16 nominations and One Battle After Another getting 13?
So I guess it's funny. I can't remember if I ever mentioned this in a review or not, but I feel like with Oscars, definitely with like us in our circle, whenever we talk about it, it's always like, if we want to glorify a film that we really like, we'll mention how it won a Academy Award for something. If we want to mock a film we really don't like, we say, and it got an Academy Award for this. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. So I feel like that's more what the Oscars are to us. It's just kind of this icon, this image. It's like Godzilla. It's to be used however the situation wants to use it. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he a hero? Is he a villain? Is he both? And that's always kind of how I see the Oscars. So sometimes I'm interested, other times I'm not. It kind of just depends on the movies that came out that year, I guess. And so it's like, sure, I mean, the nominations aren't surprising, I guess, for what I saw. I guess I can't say they were, bad or awful, if I'm not going to be like, whoa, that's really great. That deserves it, even though I really like, Sinners and a lot of the other ones. But yeah, I don't know. Sure. I feel like that's my attitude with everything with the Oscars now. Just sure.
AOTV, thank you for the $10 super chat. Chris Hemsworth says he had to bribe his daughter to come to the Doomsday set. She said, I'm not coming. I'm not even getting paid. Chris said, yes, you are. She said, you didn't tell me that.
I wonder why. I wonder if she's just so sick of Thor, and all that. Which I guess if I was his kid, maybe I would be too. I don't know. It's interesting though.
Movie lover, thank you for the 500 bits. Ever since I watched Chippendale Rescue Rangers, the Cuckoo Cola song has become my version of the DuckTales theme. It will never leave. It will never leave. Anyway, if Cuckoo Cola was a real product, would you want to buy it?
I mean, I still remember how that song goes. Come along, you belong, feel the fizz of Cuckoo Colas. I mean, I'm 44. How do I still remember that? So, yeah, maybe you're onto something there. Yeah, I think I would have to try it just because I would remember the song.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Korra, what do you think of Tenzin? He's my favorite character.
Tenzin's the J.K. Simmons character, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I like him. Once in a while, they'll go a direction that's a hint over the top with him, but like 90% of what they do with him, I really really like. Yeah, I enjoy him too.
Methuselah, thank you for the $5 super chat. What if Casper possessed Heather, but it only resulted in her tone becoming more monotone and the timing being even better? And that starts to scare you.
Maybe. Yeah, or it goes the opposite. You talk like this, just randomly out of nowhere. Just like, I don't know how this possession works. It's just, I don't know. I've never done it before. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something there.
Strider for Life,
Dang!
thank you for the 56-month subscription over on Twitch.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. Hi, Doug and Heather. Have you seen the show Wonder Man? And if so, what are your thoughts? I've only watched the first episode. We really need to get back to it because the first episode had us pretty hooked.
Okay. I was that's another one I was gonna wait and see what people were saying about it. Because even the concept and kind of watching it, like, I think I follow what this is, but maybe not. So I kind of wanted to hear what the buzz around it was. So knowing that, maybe I'll check it out.
Ted, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome, appreciate that. Obro Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Adult Swim's Haha You Clowns?
Oh, my wife really got into that show, and she's like, just watch this. I'm like, is it any good? She's like, I don't know. And we've seen every episode, and we don't know. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's good. We're just fascinated by it, and sometimes it got a laugh. Sometimes we're just so puzzled by what we were watching, and I don't know why. Because there's a lot of shows like that. I don't know what this is, and usually you go watch something else. But something about this one, we were just so intrigued by it. And again, I can't say if it's good or bad. It's just intriguing.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. I rewatched Misery recently. I still think it's an amazing show. That ankle breaking scene still has me looking away, and Kathy Bates is still scary.
Technically, it's a movie, but I'll forgive you this time.
Oh,
Um,
they wrote movie. If I didn't say movie, that was on me.
okay. It's I think the first time I saw it, and I did enjoy it, but I didn't catch on that it was meant to be funny. I think I saw it when I was pretty young and I was a teen. I thought, oh, this is supposed to be like legit scary. I don't know, like I'm enjoying it, but it's not legit scary. And then when I saw it years later, I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be funny. Okay, that's part of the fun. Yeah, I do like it quite a bit. It's a very enjoyable. It's an enjoyable movie. It's a great concept.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Has Been Hotel, what do you think of Angel and Husk's relationship?
Oh, I like it a lot.
It's awesome.
I feel like they usually get the best song sequences. Not even the best songs, though sometimes they do, but just the best song sequences. When I think of moments that stand out musically, they're always in the top three. I feel like they just have a very interesting connection. I think in many respects they are kind of polar opposites, but the things they do have in common, the ways they are alike, uh, really bind them close together in their own bizarre way. So yeah, no, I like them quite a bit.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. In Zootopia 2, what do you think of the overshare scene? In my opinion, it has some of Disney's best character animation with how Nick and Judy react to each other's words.
Is that? Hold on, let me double check.
They called it the overshare scene.
Overshare. Let me see.
I haven't seen Zootopia 2, so I could not tell you what that means.
Oh, it's the ending bit. Okay. Well, I guess that kind of answers it because I had to look up what it was. I'm like, oh, okay, I recognize that scene in terms of what was said. I'm kind of blanking. I'm sure it's done well. But you know it is when we get to that point. I know that point is coming, so there is a part of me that maybe my brain kind of goes on autopilot when I see it. Like, okay, just say the stuff we know you're gonna say just in your own way, and they do. It was effective enough. But yeah, I maybe if I watch it again, I'll see what you're talking about. Be like, oh no, yeah, this is really great. I should have put my brain on autopilot. So yeah, I'll probably give that scene a shot.
Obro Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's your top 3 favorite DreamWorks films?
Man, probably Shrek 2, Prince of Egypt, and Puss in Boots, probably. I'd have to look at a full list, but those are the ones that are jumping out at me.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, do you think another movie besides The Flash should be made showing Batman before Barry came along?
Nah. I think they got across enough what they needed to with that.
On a Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. When you first met your wife at the party and she was dancing a bit, would you say you were Twitter-pated? Hashtag Bambi.
Boy, it's not very often you see hashtag Bambi anywhere, do you? I don't know. It was just it was that because, like I said, I could kind of tell she wanted to talk a little more, and she was dancing a little closer to me, but not like in an obvious way. Like this is awkward, She was kind of looking somewhere else dancing, but I just got that vibe, and it was just everything about her just equal nice vibe. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I love thinking back to that night.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think are some of your favorite swashbuckler movies?
I was gonna say, does Count of Monte Cristo count? Probably not, even though there's moments like that. That movie's not perfect, but man, the scenes at work are so great. Some of the pirate movies are fun. Oh, Princess Bride, I think that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Hook, I think is fun. I'm sure there's better ones, but there's one. I don't know if this counts, but it's one nobody talks about. It's got some great sword fighting. It's a great story, and it's funny too. It's called Scaramouche. It's from the '60s, maybe. It's very underrated. It's a very, very good film. People haven't seen it. Check it out. It's very, very good.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. I hope this isn't a personal question, but has your wife ever watched any of the movies that were included on your best and worst list? For example, Brazil, Cat in the Hat, Garbage Pail Kids, etc.
She's seen Brazil. She couldn't get into it. There's a lot of people that don't. I'm not surprised by that. Yeah, let me see. Ed Wood, she's seen. She likes that movie. I So there's a funny story about the movie Molly's Game, and maybe I even talked about this. But sometimes there's a movie I really want her to see, and she has no interest in the subject matter because she doesn't have any interest in poker. I just said, "Look, watch the first 5 minutes. If you're not interested, we can turn it off." And I love when that works. I love we watch it because if you've seen that movie, you know why. It's a very interesting start. And she just goes, God damn it. Okay, yeah, let's watch it. I love when I can do that with a movie. And that really sucks when it doesn't work.
Rogue Parrot, it's your 18th birthday today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Bill Crawford, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you consider doing a fanscription called What If Shrek 3 Was Better, if you were interested enough?
Sure. It's funny. There's elements of that movie that I think you could work with. The idea of like Arthur, the idea of all the princesses teaming up to break into a place. Like, there's stuff you can do there. I think reusing the same old villain wasn't that great, and a real good chunk of the jokes just do not work. So there's something there. But I'm not entirely sure how I would rework it. I'd have to really think about it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather in Invincible, what do you think of Cecil's assistant, Donald? I love Donald, especially like the journey he's been on more recently, where he's not always listening to Cecil and he's kind of discovering exactly who he is and kind of what's happened to him throughout the whole series and for many years, we can assume. I really enjoy him. He is funny, he's charming. I love Donald. JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Would you ever do a review of the movie 2012?
I've never seen it. I heard it's pretty funny. It's pretty goofy for what it is. So at some point I should. I forget if I have it on the list. I'll double check and make sure I do.
Gabriel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the show Touch? It starred Kiefer Sutherland and David Mazuza and ran for 2 seasons. It's underrated. I wish more people knew about it.
I never even heard of it. Yeah, it's good people and everything. No, try to check it out.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you have a chance to watch It, Welcome to Derry? And if so, what do you think?
I liked it. I'm not gonna pretend like it was great, but it kept my attention. The stunt they pull at the beginning of the first episode was such a surprise to a point where I was like, well, they're not going to really follow through with that. Then when I saw they did, I'm like, that was a ballsy move. That was just the fact that they did that at all really hooked me into the show. Um, but outside of that, it is good. And actually, I was surprised I was getting into as much as I was, considering I think a lot of the backstory to it is pretty silly. Imagine about a killer clown having a silly backstory. But you know what I'm talking about with the turtle and the earth and stuff like that, the aliens and all that. And I thought for the most part they handled it pretty well. They spaced it out pretty well. The actors are really, really good. So yeah, I liked it. I don't know if I'm excited for a season two. They're talking about season two. I'm like, one's fine, but yeah, I thought for the most part it's pretty decent.
Drolu, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever review Wes Craven's Shocker? It's one of the best worst horror movies ever made.
I've heard that before. I haven't seen it, but I do hear it's a lot of fun. So at some point I'll have to check it out.
Wizard of What, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since you're doing all the Avengers movies for Nostalgia Critic, are you going to do Doomsday and Secret Wars when they come out on DVD?
Probably if I'm doing the other movies, I don't see why not.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What are some of the shows you were watching for Disney? Sorry, you are watching for Disney December.
I'm doing Recess right now.
Oh, fun!
It's a damn charming show. I'm actually
I
really
really enjoyed Recess when I was younger.
you know, that just sounds funny, but I think that is the secret because it really does make me remember Recess when I was younger. Just all the things like getting the good ball out of like, you know, the ball box. I'm like, oh yeah, and the pet hamster that everybody had. And yeah, that one kid that was trying to go over on the swings. I think everybody, there's all these things. I'm like, yeah, boy, I really forgot all these things. And it really kind of brings me back to all that. And yeah, no, I actually find it very, very charming.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. This was years ago, but what was it like working with John Tron for his cameo in Nostalgiaween 2014? Always watched his vids alongside yours growing up.
Very easy. I just asked him to do it and he did it. It wasn't something where I directed him. In fact, somewhere on one of the behind the scenes, he just included the whole footage of him getting set up. And it's almost like something out of comedic routine. He's just got the mask there and he's got some couple. He was like, okay, ready? Here we go. He puts the mask down. The two people just go behind him. They lit up the green screen. He's like, recording? Yeah. That's what we're viewing Food Fight. Oof. You got it? Okay, good. And it just comes down. It was like, you know, a drive-by cameo. It was really, really quick. And I thought it was so funny I included one of the behind-the-scenes videos. So, yeah, no, it was just super fast, but it looked great.
Rancid Randall, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wondering if you saw the trailer for the new Glitch Pilot Game Oververse created by Ross O'Donovan and Aaron Hansen. Lots of talented people involved.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I think that's a fun idea. There's a lot of possibilities you can do with it and everything. So yeah, no, I thought it looked pretty cool.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather and Invincible, what do you think of Conquest? He is very intimidating. Like, he fulfills the purpose that he's supposed to fulfill. He's very intimidating and, like, I don't even know, scary, and makes my skin crawl a little bit, but yeah. I don't like him, but I'm not supposed to like him. Leprechaun, thank you for the $10 super chat. What are your thoughts on Kermit's new voice? Hot take, but while Whitmire wasn't bad, I feel Vogel is a lot closer to Jim's voice.
It's weird because it's always very obvious when it's not Jim Henson. And I feel like I know what you're talking about. I feel like Whitmore got the voice a little closer, but the inflections weren't quite like Henson. Where this guy, the voice isn't as close, but you're right. The inflections seem a little bit more like Henson would do it. So it is funny how that works. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of distracting how much the voice does not sound like him. But when he does hit some of those inflections, I do really go, oh, that's Kermit right there. Like, that was definitely Kermit. That's how Henson would have done it. So it's not something where it's like, oh, it's all ruined or anything like that. But it can be a hint distracting. I think more time with the character will smooth it out a bit.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Another late comment, but just want to thank you for doing a top 11 on the Simpsons Treehouse episodes. Any episodes from those that you don't enjoy?
Oh, I'm sure. I remember that's when I was really like, man, Simpsons is in trouble because when I started seeing some Halloween episodes, I'm like, this isn't funny, man. This isn't working. That really was when I'm like, okay, I think I'm just not going to watch Simpsons anymore because they can't even get the Halloween episode down. And I can't remember which one it was because every once in a while you'll get one where there's a section that doesn't work and then maybe it'll become two sections, and I can't remember, but there was one where all three of them were bad, and I'm just like, all right, I think I'm checking out for a bit.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. What, if they do more Wonka films, what do you want them to go? Sorry, let me try to read this again. If they do more Wonka films, do you want them to go up to the point where the shut the gates?
Where they shut the gates. I don't need more Wonka movies personally. I thought that one was fine. I don't know, because I don't need any more. I guess just go wherever they feel like where the material is. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't even need a Wonka prequel, but when I saw it was pretty good, I'm like, all right, but yeah, it's not something where I'm imagining all the crazy things you can do with it. So yeah, I guess we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Saving Mr. Banks, what's your favorite moment between Travers and Disney?
Um, Let me think. Going through. I like when she shows up and to like she's gonna go to the premiere and he just has a look like, oh no. Because they have that nice sentimental talk about let's bring Mr. Banks to life, let's bring to life your Mr. Banks and everything, and then you find he doesn't invite her to the premiere. He's like, well, I gotta protect the project, I got and everything. So it's funny seeing that, and then just when she shows up and he just has that look like I thought that was really great, especially following that scene, that big emotional scene. So I really like that.
Tristan Judd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Been a fan since Kick-Assia. Will you ever cover All Quiet on the Western Front or other war films?
Yeah, there's a lot of laughs I can get out of that. Um, I think I just listed the reason why. Not that I can't do serious stuff, but I still want to get some comedy out of it, and that's a pretty serious film.
The internet is still waiting for the Schindler's List review, you coward.
Right, right. That was me. Boy in a Striped Pajamas is next.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have to admit, one of the first things I did when I heard Rob Reiner passed was rewatch your review of North. It's actually where I first heard of him.
Yeah, start with his best work. Actually, it's funny because I saw this after he passed. They're playing just some fun clips of him, and one of them was at one of these Comedy Central rows. I don't know which one. He actually read Roger Ebert's review of his movie. Again, it's you kind of figure he has a good sense of humor about, but it's nice to see. It's nice to see him do it in front of an audience and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather and Wild Robot, what's your favorite moment between Bright Bill and Roz? Why do you have to make me choose? I guess maybe I'll go with the montage of where Bright Bill's learning to fly and she's trying to help him, and I don't know, you start to really see how much she would do to like protect him. I don't know. It's so good. I don't know. I can't pick one specific one, but maybe that montage, I guess.
I like just the first time he starts talking, you see he picks up beep boop beep beep bloop blah, and he works that into his language.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it's like, oh, that's so adorable, but it's really clever too that they would have the character pick up and, oh, isn't this how people talk, beep bop beep, because that's how she talks and that's all he knows. I thought that was very, very clever.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, would you ever review the Goon movie?
Goon?
Yep.
I don't think I know this movie. Let me see. Goon.
I'm not aware.
Yeah, I never heard of this. I guess I'll look it up.
Ed, thank you for the $5 super chat. Love your comedy segments. Have you considered a sketch show for YouTube? Also, could you invite Eddie Deason on your videos?
We've talked about that because Brad knows him pretty well. Yeah, we gotta look into that more. We talked about, and I just
We
kind of
did. We even filmed a couple of sketches.
well, so okay, well, I'll talk about the Eddie Deason
Oh, Eddie
there,
Deason.
but yeah,
Sorry,
no,
my
we
bad.
did talk about that. There was a point where we were just, I don't know, we just kind of like experiment and try a bunch of different stuff, and we would give everybody a sketch to write and direct, and we did them. I think most everybody, I think, got one. And then I think it was at the time because I think we were talking about like a second channel or something like that because
Mhm.
that's what everybody was doing. And then of course YouTube changed, and that was not the best thing to do. It's like, oh, that's actually going to make things worse, so we cut that out. I don't know where those videos went. And there's one that we really should find because it was basically Rob predicting Rise of Skywalker, like beat for beat. He had it where the backlash to Last Jedi was so big that we had Heather again play Kathleen Kennedy, and she's listening to all the fans or all the yes men, I'm not sure, and they come up with a movie, the final resolution to make everybody happy, and it was just as convoluted and insane as Rise of Skywalker, except played up to a purposefully comedic degree. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we should find those because
I think Walter has them.
he might have it, yeah, and that'd be good. Some good behind the scenes kind of me for like YouTube members or something like that.
Mhm.
Let me write that down so I don't forget because that's a good idea.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you heard of Marvel Ruins, a universe where the Marvel universe is terrible?
Wait. I thought ruins you meant like like that's all that's left of them or something like that. What, Marvel Ruins?
Yeah.
Ruins
I've never heard of
comics,
it. I don't know.
Marvel anime series. One I was paying attention. Yeah, I'm not aware of it. I'll look into it.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you played any of the new characters in Marvel Rivals? Gambit, Rogue, Deadpool, and just announced Elsa Bloodstone. Any wish list characters?
I think when I was streaming, I played as Gambit. Gambit was kind of fun. Rogue, I get the feeling if I got the hang of her, if I could get down the moves and everything, I probably have fun with her because that's always why I like playing the character. She can steal the powers from other people and have fun with it. But it's a lot to learn when you do that. Yeah, I remember them being pretty fun. In terms of characters I'd like to see, maybe Ghost Rider. That'd be fun if they haven't gotten him yet.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Sean Penn's performance in One Battle After Another?
Oh, it's good. What I took out of that movie, I'm not even sure if that's necessarily what it's saying, but that because obviously years ago they're both part of these extremes, and years later, I think we're at the top of the extreme. We're at the top of the we're doing the good and everything, and then the extremes kept going, and they worked their way to bite them in the ass, and I love that. And I feel like with him, I guess I won't go into spoilers, but why with him, what he's trying to do, and then with Leo, him trying to just remember the secret words and what the pronouns are and stuff like that. Just all these things that are just making him an outcast, kind of in his own world and everything, and just all of that. I thought was so funny. And showed that the film did have a really, really good sense of humor. I think that's a big part. I had a feeling it would have a good sense of humor, but I was really surprised how much fun I was having with it.
Ice Luigi Star, thank you for the $14 super chat. For next year's Disney December, could you review the 1969 adaptation of Hello Dolly, which is based off the Broadway musical and also featured in Pixar's WALL-E?
Yeah, but then I gotta watch Hello Dolly. um, I'm not. A, I'm not a Streisand guy. B, I'm not a Hello Dolly guy. So it would only be for the fans, and I don't know how many fans want to see me watch Hello Dolly, so probably not.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you heard the theory that The Simpsons predicted what would happen in 2020? Supposedly, the dome being placed over Springfield in the movie is a symbolic representation of when the world went into lockdown.
Nah, it's a reach. Here's the thing. There's a lot of jokes and a lot of things that a show can predict when you're on long now, where we've almost been on 20 years, and there's stuff that like we predicted or jokes that they would use in the future. And I have no idea if they watched our show or if it's just coincidence, but just when you're on that long and you put out that much material, that stuff's gonna happen, especially when you're satire. You're doing commentary on the absurdity of life. And in many respects, things are just going to get more absurd. Some things are going to get better, but other things are going to get more absurd. So it's very likely some things are going to come true out of that. I don't think they have like a psychic link or anything like that.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you see the Marvel Zombies series or even read the comics? Felt the show didn't live up to the comics, in my opinion. Didn't even have an Evil Dead crossover.
You know, you would think I would really get into that. And I always see the covers. I say, oh, that looks cool. And then I never read the comics for some reason. You know what it is? The imagery of zombies looks really, really cool. I don't get that into the idea. Like something has to be really, really different in order for me to kind of get into a zombie idea. And honestly, I don't know, Marvel Zombies is not a bad idea, but I guess it even by that respect, it's not weird enough for me. And I should really say something about how not interested in zombies I am, because even I know that's an interesting idea.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Would you ever do a review of Air Force One?
You know, I found that movie so boring. I didn't get into it at all. I know a lot of people love it, so yeah, probably not. I'm just gonna piss people off. I'm not gonna have much to say about it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of the scene at the end of the second season of Avatar where Zuko goes back to the dark side? Every time I see that scene, I feel so bad for Iroh.
Yeah, you know, I think I said it when I watched the show. It makes up for it by what they do in season 3. I thought the switch was a little quick. They could have had a little bit more build up to it. Obviously, we know the reason why. I mean, Otter, he talks about that all the time. But I thought just in terms of like emotionally getting there, I know they wanted to be a surprise, but I feel like they could have led up to it just a little bit more. But like I said, season 3 allows him to explore that more and why he did it, especially when seeing, you know, when he has like conversations with Iroh and everything, and even his own family. Well, as his family, but you know, like his sister and everything. So, yeah, it ended up working well. Just in that moment, I wish there's just a little bit more build up to it.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, are you enjoying Only Murders in the Building? Oh, yeah. I think it's a clever and a charming and a funny show. I'm all caught up for whatever's out there right now. So, yeah, it's good. Eric, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome. Appreciate that. What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the DreamWorks movie Polly? It is still to this day the only movie that makes me cry as an adult.
You know, I guess I shouldn't talk because I haven't seen it. It sure didn't look like anything to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I gotta check it out.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. There's also a theory that Rick and Morty is a ripoff of the show American Dad. The lead characters share the same last name, Smith, with the exception of Rick. Moms Francine and Beth are both blondes. Daughters Haley Summer are of similar age, and sons Steve Morty are both 14-year-old nerds who get bullied at school. Coincidence? In my opinion, yes.
So I wouldn't see it as a rip off. The daughter and the son, I can kind of see as like the daughter. I can definitely see, though. I don't think that was intentional. I don't think they saw that and said, "Hey, we're going to do that." But that's a very classic character. And the son, I think, is way too confident to be someone like Morty. And again, I believe what they said, whereas originally a parody of Back to the Future of Doc Brown and you know, Marty McFly, and just what an odd relationship it is, or whether it's a parallel universe where, you know, it was, you know, purposefully messed up. So I think that makes more sense.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Boyhood? And if so, thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't like a lot of people say. I don't think it's like a phenomenal movie or anything, but I think it's more than just the gimmick. I think a lot of people were saying, yeah, three. Mainly it's the gimmick, but it's fine for what it is. I'm like, I feel like it's a little better than that. I really think they capture. It's not everybody's Boyhood, but there is like a large amount of boys that did grow up in a similar environment like this. Uh, it's something where it's like if you're not this boy, you've known this boy growing up, and I think they capture that type of character pretty well and very realistically too. So, yeah, I liked it. Again, not great, but I think it's better than just a gimmick, as I think a lot of people were saying back then.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite scene from Rain Man?
Man, it's got to be something from Tom Cruise because I that might be my favorite performance from him. He is just so believable and so funny and so relatable in that. I think the one where there's just one bit where they're looking for a plane to get on, and every airline he's listing, Raymond's bringing up when they crashed. And at some point, I don't know, he's on like airline 5 or something, and he starts to go, and Raymond starts to list the next, when there's a crash there. And he just has that Tom Cruise look there, and it is just so real and so funny. And that combined with when I think they're ordering breakfast, and you can just see this isn't gonna work. And I don't know, that bit would get really old really fast if Tom Cruise didn't play it so well. And I like Tom Cruise, but I think there's a lot of times where I can't bring up the ego and like the acting, being a little too self-aware, and sometimes it can get in the way. And that one is just pitch perfect. So yeah, any of the scenes of him getting really believably annoyed, which is a lot of scenes, I think those are my favorite.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Recess, what do you think of Principal Prickly?
I like him a lot. I just started season 2. And one of the reasons I think I really like him is that the minute I saw that character, without even hearing him talk, I'm like, I bet Dabney Coleman plays this guy. And I was right. He just looks like that would be the person to play him. And yeah, he's a lot of fun. I like he's not like a scumbag, but you can tell he is in it for the students too, but he's much more in it for himself, and he's aware of that, and but there's a sense he's trying to balance it out. Well, okay, be there a little bit for the students, come on, let's not totally ice that out. Like, he's always keeping that there, but there is an awareness too that he wants the better paying job. He wants to rise up the corporate ladder and everything.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you hear that Super Senate has come to an end?
Super Senate?
Yeah, they spelled it Senit.
Hold on.
Senit.
Super Senate.
Oh, they had a typo.
Sentai.
Sentai is what they meant.
My God, all the mountains of episodes I've watched. One maybe. Nope, not even that. I have no opinion on it. I'm sorry. I'm not the guy. That Walter would probably be the guy to ask about that.
Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the Simpsons movie getting a sequel 20 years after the first one, which took 20 years to make that one?
I hope it's good. Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that has concerns, but at the same time, the show's been getting better, so it will be interesting to see if that can kind of breathe new life into it, because even what they've been doing in the show seems kind of new, and it kind of has like a new energy to it, but it still seems like, it feels right for The Simpsons. So I'm curious. I'm definitely curious to see what they're going to do with it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Recess, what do you think of Miss Finster and Randall?
They're fun. I think everybody knew that one teacher's pet kid. The only thing with Miss Finster, I don't know. I gotta go back to the old Calvin and Hobbes comics, because I thought he had a teacher that looked just like that character. She didn't quite act the same. She wasn't quite as mean, but I'm wondering if it's like an homage or maybe a ripoff. I don't know, but no, she's fun. She's a fun foil, and I like the episode where she like they make her happy dating the janitor or something like that, and they find they actually do need her to bring some order to the playground. I like that. I like when they see the value in someone they originally see as an enemy. But I like she also like Prickly. She kind of goes really far with everything. She does kind of want to break kids so she can have them, be in line, be in order, and stuff like that. So yeah, I like she's got kind of a messed up side too.
We are gonna have to pick up the pace here. We were on track, but then people were giving some more bits and super chats here. From Hyrule, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's your opinion on De Niro's acting in Goodfellas, and will you ever review the movie?
Uh, it's a lot to review. I like him. I don't think it's his best, but it's good. I probably won't review it though. I think there's a lot to take in with that.
Obro Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen any Neil Breen films? I had the pleasure of seeing Cade the Tortured Crossing in theater, and it was magical.
I gotta sit down and watch a whole one. I've only seen bits and pieces, but even the bits and pieces I've seen were, as you put it, pretty magical.
The Pumpkin Lord, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome, appreciate that. JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Why do you think Hasbro on YouTube keeps replaying Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on replay looping? The views.
No idea.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, you once said you don't really like Mark's new costume. I agree, and I'm happy it looks like he will go back to the original in season 4. The yellow really makes the costume pop. Exactly, I agree with that. Nate, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, I recently learned Tim Curry was originally going to play both Hannibal Lecter and Scar, but he was passed over and ultimately for one reason or another. Imagine if he played both of those roles.
He'd be fun in both.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you put Almost Got Him as the best Batman the Animated Series episode, but was it also your favorite episode or just the best episode?
It's probably my favorite. I had to go back and look them again, but yeah, I think it's still probably my favorite.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. There is another episode of The Simpsons that also predicted COVID back in 1993 with Sot Cat Flu.
I remember that, but I mean, pandemics have been a thing before. It's not like that was the first pandemic, that we got.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Would you ever do a review of the Nick Show Animorphs from back in the 90s?
I didn't grow up with it, and it'd probably be too many episodes for me to see, so probably not.
Nate, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, would you consider reviewing the DreamWorks movie Spirit, which you yourself said it's arguably the most mature DreamWorks film, plus the Colonel is such a deep villain who has honor?
I don't know how much material I get out of it, but I remember liking it okay.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever watched the show Gotham? Personally think Cameron Monaghan is a criminally underrated Joker actor, though he couldn't be called Joker.
I've seen clips. I have seen a little bit of him, and I agree. He looks great. He looks perfect for it. I've heard mixed things. I guess it starts off good and then gets bad, but at some point I should sit down and watch the whole thing.
Mr. Evolution, thank you for the $5 super chat. Good evening, Doug and Heather. I saw the final season of Stranger Things. Absolutely loved it. What is y'all's thoughts on the last season if y'all saw?
I haven't seen it. I've heard very mixed things, so I'm not in a rush to see it, but I'll check it out at some point.
I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, but it wasn't amazing. Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, I found out this week that Sean Connery was the first choice to play Hannibal Lecter, but he called the script too gross and refused the role.
That's funny. I don't think he'd be that great. I couldn't see that working.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. So far in Recess, who's your favorite and least favorite of the 6 characters?
I surprisingly like Gretchen. Just the voice and the way her dialogue is written just really cracks me up. Least favorite, whoever the new kid is, the blonde kid with the glasses. I guess I don't really get what his character is. Like, he's the loser, I guess. I'm not sure what he's about.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on Disney restoring the theatrical cuts of Star Wars? I still feel like this should have happened during The Force Awakens.
I agree. I'm just glad it's happening.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. The best part of the movie Rain Man was that Charlie was Lou Costello being angry until he learns who Raymond really is. As long as he doesn't understand, he gets angry. It's a beautiful use of the who's on first bit.
Oh yeah, if you want to go at the emotional stuff, sure. I'm just looking at like a cynical a-hole.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. I found a clip on YouTube of BFI on YouTube inspecting the print they found and screened.
They found what?
Of it's BFI on YouTube inspecting the prints they found and screened.
BFI. British
Oh,
Film
it's a
Institute.
New Hope print apparently.
Gotcha. Cool. It's great to see.
Okay. And that's it. And it's right
right.
at 8 o'clock. So there we go. All right, everyone.
Nicely done.
Whew. Thank you so much, as usual, for joining us here today. We super appreciate it. We are back to our regularly planned schedule now. So Doug will be back on Friday to play a little bit more of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm pretty sure you left yourself off at a boss battle, didn't you?
A boss battle.
Yeah, you're fighting Scarlet. It's gonna be so fun.
Fun.
There's gonna be some rage. So please come back on Friday. Also, Malcolm is going to be streaming on Twitch tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday doing Poke Mondays. I'm playing Pokemon ZA right now on Twitch. So join us. Come hang out. We always appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. And we will see y'all later. Bye.